Much apprecited, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tonight, 187's the mic. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 36, 36. Check, check, check.
Middle.
Tight dog.
Yes. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Monday.
After you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check nickel.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
Hey, alert 3. Alert. Kill. Turn up.
Now Rosen on first down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check. Hey, watch edge. Alert flare. Alert 3.
80.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
180.
Mike, 44.
I'm trying to collect.
6 guys.
Monday. Hey, quarter.
Shit. Check 4. Check 99. Hatchet. Check 24. Check 20.
Hey, quarter.
Check 37.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew up for this first drive going to plan so far. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hug.
Come here, switch it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Alert. Back.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets it down to the 32.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He sets up the screen to Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Monday.
Big edge.
Rush in.
Watch twist.
25. Check 25. Hey, alert.
Slam.
Monday.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Blue 58.
Check.
Rodgers now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch.
A first carry now. This is Matthews.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's complete to Chris Conley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward.
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear. But it's
and he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Aaron Jones, 89 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they've responded to the challenge.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. One day. All right, come on.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Dorsett making the catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Alert. Monday. Hug.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. And he slings one that's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, alert. Kill. Alert. Hey. High 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. This is caught. It's Cooks. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Rosen now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. You go tight. You got tight right there. Check 31. Check.
Monday.
Twist.
Middle.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Check. Crunch.
Shift. Check three. Slam.
Monday. What do you got?
From the gun, it's Rosen.
We ain't giving them nothing.
Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. 17-0 our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 80. Rosen will throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Time to go, night.
Rodgers to throw once more. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Conley. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Rodgers again now. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. A try here for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Patriots 17.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10. Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike Fofo.
All day, dog.
Check. Switch.
Tight dog.
To throw is Rosen, escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Safety's creeping.
Kill.
Jam him.
Out. Alert.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction.
And he will get this into the end zone. zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
80. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Watch the slants. Watch this. Monday. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here's Rosen to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Monday. Hey, check Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down. We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Let's go.
Reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Gonna give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We got 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
80 weapon.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 30. Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58 is the mic.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Check him. Tackles. 49, check 49, check 49. Check quarter.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
180. Middle. 60. Hey, Echo. Hurry.
Here's Rosen. Complete to Dorsett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alert flare. Alert 3.
Monday.
Alert
6, get hurt.
On the delay, Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
3 down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check 52's the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Clayton.
Let's go.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Randall. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, get him, get him, get him.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. The throw taken in by Cole. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Come on now, let's go.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On play action, now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Hey, Mike. Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58 is the mic. Strip the ball.
Rodgers now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now for the point after. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Jaguars 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 37. 37.
Deuce, deuce.
Hey, alert, alert.
Shoot.
Hey, zoom.
Shoot.
Monday.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's coming.
Hug.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Hey, alert.
Back.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the shit.
Hug. Monday.
Come. Check.
Go.
52.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen. Dorsett making the catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Watch the twist.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On play action, Rosen. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, quarter. Rush in, 6-6, bullet high.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Middle.
On third down, Michelle. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check 52.
They'll run on first down. Randall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Game situation. Let's go.
36-yard line.
Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Inside. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Get 300. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
Blue Dan.
Gun.
Motion. Reset. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run it. It's Matthews. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Mike. 319. Hey, defense, let's go. 26. Hey, Mike 52. Target.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And goal.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rosen off the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Wide, get wide. Check. Hey, check 24.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Third and long here for Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 52.
Double dog, double dog. That's
working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
64, weak. Hug.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That's caught. It's Malone. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Kill. Watch the quarter.
Check. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen got his man there, complete to Gallup. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Alert.
Check 31. Watch twist.
80.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Get that ball.
On 1st down, Randall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go.
A big third down play there for the Jags. 61 yards.
At the 1-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
44,
the Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike, quarter. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Monday. After you.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Safarian Jenkins has it. 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 56 yards.
First down, Patriots.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Check 13. Check 13.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
No. 36. Check.
Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 44.
Here we go.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Kill.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Lambo on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Patriots 38, Jaguars 31.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time is a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. It's tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
It's caught by Randall. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Rodgers to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now it's Rosen. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing now is Rosen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 yards. 1st down, New England.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Down the shell. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New England, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.